Hi, it's Cheryl with Home Ridge Studio. Today I'm sharing with you 2 easy but elegant DIYs using easy to find items or items that are from the Dollar Tree. So let's waste no time and get right into it. This is the first piece. It's a stacked pumpkin. Here are the pieces that you're going to need. And this is from Michael's. It was $4.99. I did not pay that. It was 75% off. I always go at the end of the year and stock up on their stuff. One of those pumpkins from the Dollar Tree and 2 of these. This is a rug from the Dollar Tree, and this is a sweater from one of my daughters that had a tear in it. So I decided I was going to use it to cover one of the pumpkins. And what I did is just pulled some burlap and some ribbon and some bows, some flower picks and leaves and all kinds of things, pit berries. I kind of knew what my color scheme was going to be, so this is kind of what I had, and a lot of it is just from my stash. You're also going to need some Waverly chalk paint in the color truffle. And here's some more ribbon. I love this. There's 50 pieces here. I don't remember how much it was. I didn't show you the price there. It might have been like $12.99. Got it from Michael's, as well as this $9.99 for 30 pieces. This ribbon is so cool. All of these. There's so many different pieces, and you know I did not pay full price for that. So the first thing we're going to do here is remove the leaf and the tie and the sticker and everything, and I'm just going to give it one really quick coat of this chalk paint, just one, because we're going to cover it up. And while that's drying, I am trying to take this leaf off of the pumpkin, and I finally got it off with my blow dryer because the blow dryer melts the glue. And this little scraper thing here, I'm just taking the glue off of it onto my silicone piece that I got from the Dollar Tree that I use all the time, that I love. And now I am going to put this rug right on the pumpkin. Now I got these, what do you call them? They're like tracing pencils, you know, for material from the Dollar Tree, and I just got them the other day. And I was really excited to use them, but it did not work on this material. So I just took out my handy dandy Sharpie, because that always works. And I just traced the pumpkin. And now I'm just going to cut out the pumpkin, and you need 2 of them because we're going to cover both of these pumpkins, the orange ones. Now don't use the Sharpie side, just flip it over, and we're going to glue that down to the pumpkin. Those little scissors are from the Dollar Tree. I really like them because if you have tight areas, those scissors are small, but they're sharp and they work really well. So I went around the perimeter of the pumpkin and hot glue the entire piece of material, and you will need to trim it when you're done. And this rug is really stretchy, so if you cut it too short and you can see the orange through it, you can just pull it and glue it. It works really well. And that's what those look like. And now that that chalk paint is dry, we're going to wrap it with this sweater. And I just wrapped it around like that and bunched it up in the back and cut it off. When my kids see this video, I have 3 girls, and I wonder what they're going to say. Mom, you ruined it, but it did have a hole in it or a snag in it, so I couldn't, send it to the thrift store. Anyway, I'm just gluing the material down around here. And hey, if you are a subscriber, my channel is growing. It's because of you, so I thank you from the bottom of my heart. Truly, I do. You guys are amazing. If you're not a subscriber, welcome to my channel. I do budget-friendly DIYs, thrift flips, decorating and shopping, and I hope you enjoy this video. And if you do, consider subscribing. It's totally free and it really helps me out. So anyway, I was just continuing to glue this material around the pumpkin and pulling it, and as you can see, I keep flipping it back and forth just to make sure that there's no creases or wrinkles in the front as I'm pulling this and gluing it and using my little spatula from the Dollar Tree so I don't burn my fingers. And I am a professional at burning my fingers. That's why I use that spatula all the time. Even if I have it and the fingertips, I still burn my fingers. Anyway, enough about that. So now I am just going to take this jute from the Dollar Tree and just wrap it around just this one pumpkin right here. Actually, I wrap it around all three of the stems. So the easiest way for me to do this is to tie it in the back and then glue it, and then come in the front and then glue a piece below that, as you can see here. And then I take the tip of my spatula and I just press it in and make sure that it's good and dry, the glue, and then go ahead and just keep wrapping it around. And every 3 or 4 wraps you're going to want to glue the front and the back just a little bit. Don't put a lot of glue on it because then you can see it through the jute. And now I'm going to take some jute, glue it on the back and glue it on the top. So in the back on the top, and then run it down. So these are kind of like the lines in the pumpkin. So don't pull it really, really tight. So glue it top and glue it bottom, and then you can take and push it out and glue it. And so I'm just trying to figure out, there's so many things that you can use that are from the Dollar Tree. I like this welcome sign, but they have galvanized wood words in all different shapes and all different sayings. And so I'm going to use the, it's like a copper color. Now I have this ribbon left over from this summer, and it's that green. I don't know if it's, I don't really know what it's called, but it's some green cool ribbon. I really like it. They had it in different colors. So I cut like 8 inches and then 6 inches, and I smushed them together in the middle and tied them with some jute. Put that aside for a second. And now I have this. They sell this at the Dollar Tree, but it's more jute looking. And this was from a local dollar store over here. And I just wrapped it. You can wrap it around your finger, a pen, or a pencil. And I'm just hot gluing it to the back. And then I glued the welcome sign onto the front. And, you know, I always tell you guys this, do not touch the metal when hot glue is on it because it burns really bad. Trust me, really bad. So I just glued a little bit on there, and then I picked it up where it wasn't glued and then just kind of shoved that tip of the glue gun underneath there. And now I'm just gluing pit berries, and as I go, I never really know exactly what I'm going to do. I mean, I know the project I'm going to do. I just don't know how I'm going to enhance it. So I kind of step back, and yep, it needs some leaves. It needs some more pit berries. You know, maybe it looks a little bit too plain, and maybe plain is good. I like to go a little bit more. I had these bows. Those were from Christmas last year, and I just removed the little gold piece, twisty tie around it, and put jute around it, and glued a bow on both of the larger pumpkins, and some more leaves down there. And as you can see, I'm just kind of building this up a little bit. Now I did glue those pumpkins together, but to give it some stability, I'm going to put some popsicle sticks on the back of it. And I took my blow dryer because there were these little fuzzy things from the material everywhere, so I just took my blow dryer to clean those off. And then I took 4, 2 on each side of these tumbling tower blocks to give that pumpkin a little bit of lift. And I went ahead and glued that on there. I'm still adding things because I thought it was a little bit too plain, and I thought it maybe needed a pop of color. So I had these little flowers in my stash. And there you go. I'm satisfied with it. I hope you like it too. This is what it looks like. And you can glue a hanger on the back of it if you want to hang it, or it can be a shelf sitter. And this is the next piece we're making. And I have this left over here from that sweater. And you'll need 2 pumpkins, just like the other ones. And then that was a, what do you call it, hand towel for the kitchen. But I like the linen part of it. And so I took all the pieces off of the pumpkins. And I'm painting one quick coat of this chalk paint in the color Elephant, and that's Waverly chalk paint. And now I'm going to do the same thing as I did to the other pumpkin, only I'm going to do this a little bit different. I'm going to glue the pumpkin right onto the hand towel. So I'm doing this in sections, just a little bit at a time, and then pushing it on there, trying to keep it so it's not all wrinkly on the front of the pumpkin. And then cut it out, and then the other piece here, see I put the chalk paint on it so you couldn't see through the lace on that sweater. That's why I did that. And so now I want the lace in the middle and the sweater to be on the side. And you can use, you can thrift a sweater, or if you have an old sweater, or you can take lace, or you can buy lace, or use what you have. If you have something old around the house, go ahead and use that. Put sweater on the side. You can just cut like moon shapes, and then kind of more of a egg shape for the center, like a pumpkin. You guys know what I mean. That would be an easy way also to do that. You could use any color, any material. I just had this and I thought, it's been in my bin for like 3 years, and I thought, I'm using it. So I went ahead and did the same thing as the previous pumpkin, cut it off, but this I did differently. Because I wanted that to be precisely in the middle. So I took those little clamps from the Dollar Tree and I put it on there. 4 of them, 2 on top, 2 on the bottom, and I'm just gluing it again, gluing it all around, and then at the end, when it's all dry, I pick up the clamps and then I can glue underneath there. But as you see, I keep turning it back and forth, back and forth. I glue a little bit down and then I turn and I look at it on the front just to make sure that it's not all, wrinkly, and then it's sitting the way that I wanted it to be. And now I'm taking that ribbon from Michael's, and I found some that I really like, and I'm going to trim that little inside edge right there. So I put it probably about an inch above the pumpkin, and then an inch below. That's where I cut it off, because we're going to glue it onto the back of the pumpkin. And I did the same exact thing on both sides. And now I am going to paint this with the Waverly Elephant. And I put just a real thin coat on here, and before it dried I took a baby wipe and I wiped it all off, because I didn't want it really dark. I didn't want it to look gray. It looks more taupey, and that's kind of what I was after. And I'm gluing this onto the pumpkin that has the linen looking piece on it. And so that would be the top of the pumpkin. And now I'm taking the same ribbon that I used on the bottom pumpkin and I'm just outlining the pumpkin. And if you just go little by little, it will be pliable. And keep it loose, don't pull it really tight. This is chenille ribbon and I am just wrapping it around the top pumpkin stem. And I made a bow. You just wrap it around your 3 fingers about 5 times or however much you want, and then tie it off in the middle. And I'm going to attach it there. And then I put like a little knot on the bottom of both of those little pieces that are hanging from the bow. And I have a little pearl, and I glued it there. And now it's time to put the pumpkins together. And this is what it looks like. And this is what the 2 pieces look like together, in like a little vignette. And here's my little video of it up close so you can see. Hope you enjoyed this. You have a great week and a great day, and I will see you very, very soon. Bye. Happy fall, y'all.